A Natural, an original short story by Jared I. McGee. Martin loved Mary's skin. It was the finest peach mixed with porcelain, the only deviations from that creamy tone being a small sprinkling of barely visible freckles on the tops of her cheeks, just under her deep emerald eyes, which were so dark Martin often thought of them as black. Mary loved to say the cliched adage, "A face without freckles is like a night without stars." What's more, Mary never went out of her way to take care of that too-perfect skin. It was smoother than smooth naturally. It had never been touched by beauty products, and never would be, as far as she was concerned. Her arms were devoid of even the slightest of baby hairs, often prompting observers, including Martin upon their having known one another for a few months, to ask Mary how often she shaved them. Women commented on how perfect her cuticles were, though Martin wouldn't know the difference if they weren't. He did know, however, that her nails were strong and pink, unlike his, which were covered in slight dashes and white, apparently a major indicator of vitamin deficiency. The real magic of Mary's skin was its smell. She wore fancy perfume from time to time, but more often than not, Mary forwent the spritzing of artificial fragrance. Martin thought that her natural scent was reminiscent of lavender with just a touch of vanilla. He sometimes tried to recreate her skin by purchasing this or that soap or this or that body wash or this or that room spray. The closest thing he could get was the real thing, some sprigs of lilacs and a small split pot or two of vanilla beans. He found himself more and more purchasing those flowers and that little delicious plant. He couldn't help himself. He wanted to have Mary around constantly. It wasn't enough to see her during the day, to simply give her rides, and then, breathing deeply after she had gone, pray that her natural scent would linger on the cloth seats of his cluttered car. He needed that scent in his nostrils. Even the real lilacs and vanilla began to not be enough. Mary just wouldn't come around as much as he needed, as much as he wanted. Dating or not, he needed her always, all the time, forever. He wondered how much shackles were. Maybe an addition to his room. A sub-basement. Did sweat or pheromones or fear change one's smell? Probably so. Well, it would have to be marriage then. Thank you for listening to A Natural, an original short story by Jared I. McGee. The backing track for A Natural was taken from the Free Music Archive at freemusicarchive.org, an amazing community of artists that set out to help one another through the sharing of their art. This particular track is the instrumental version of Can't Take Our Love Away by Josh Woodward and is off of his album Crawford Street. More music from Mr. Woodward is available at the Free Music Archive. A sincere thank you to the artist and freemusicarchive.org for the contribution. This track is being used under Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike License 4.0. And, as always, please keep your eyes peeled for the next short story by Jared I. McGee.